Now they're going to be running. I mean, Power Play this tournament is a launch for a new alt weekly that they're going to be running on Sundays, right? We're just having Rivals here for fun because we already have a Rivals weekly.
I'm here for it. I mean, it seems to be popping up too. We've had what, 30-some people entering this?
Yep.
Dude, Veka is already going nuts. Look at that damage.
I was trying to explain to people how wild it is that we have a scene where Landon got second at Hitfall last weekend.
And doesn't win the weekly every week.
Losing only to K-Castle. I mean, I'll be honest, Landon wins most of the weeklies, but that's not all of them. Landon and Veka will often trade, but Hunter, Mastro, Francois, like, we have like 5 to 6 people who all are threats to win the weekly. Not in a like, oh my god, that's a huge upset, but I think you can do it. It's like, no, they've all done it within the last 3 months.
It is statistically possible. Like,
Hunter,
you can look at the numbers. It's been done.
Yep. Like, I don't think Landon might be at like 50%. That's a crazy way for that to happen. The Minnesota scene is just absurdly strong for some reason.
We are very good at this game, inexplicably. I mean, we were pretty good at PM, and this is kind of people have called this game the PM retirement home, which is a somewhat apt title.
But, like, these two both played PM, but out of the other ones, like, a lot of the people who come from alt just weren't able to be here this weekend. Like, they're also really good at the funniest part to me is that as someone who was into, I did a lot of stuff with Rivals 1.
Yeah.
None of them played Rivals 1.
Yeah.
Like, where were you all when?
They were waiting for the ledge and the shield. That's all they wanted. That's what I was waiting for, and now it's here. I'm like, get me in there.
I get it.
I can ledge dash now. I'm in.
Yep. It was just so funny that I'm like, I was sitting here just trying to get people to play against my Ori. Yeah, when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I often go 0-2 at my weekly.
Yeah,
especially and then I make it out of pools at nationals.
Yeah. That's got to be confused, considering how much of a face you are for the scene. To hear that Wisely just gets owned by the top 20 talent that just is infesting his local.
To be fair, I've made it very, especially because the local is on my stream.
Yeah.
It's just become a running bit of like, Wisely cannot win a set on his own stream and cannot do.
Rules. That rules.
I think I've won like 3.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of weeks of this tournament.
Honestly, if I was you, I'm enforcing. I'm going to say no. All my matches are on stream. Actually,
we've done that before. Where it's like, I don't know, no one else is ready. Just keep playing. I've definitely played on stream more than I've done commentary on stream. Uh-oh. We're having some controller issue.
I was going to say, this is just based on the way that Veka has described Landon's playstyle in the Discord, this could just as likely be Landon trolling.
No. That was definitely a, like, stuck trigger. Landon will routinely come to the weekly with, like, a new fucked up thing.
Yeah.
That is like, look what I figured out. And then
this crazy tool.
And then people will... I heard Sands was just complaining about, like, I have to deal with this and that. I'm like, the worst part is that anybody else, when they're complaining about, like, oh, I think Clairen is whatever, they don't know.
Yeah.
They're just complaining about general Clairen.
They haven't been
where
in the
I have to be like,
trench.
Landon is the only one in the world, or, like, one of 3 who does this thing.
Landon is out here doing stuff with this character that is getting hitboxes removed from her moves. You know what I mean?
Like, unironically, that is proven.
Not everybody gets to do that to their character. Some people
and Landon loves
strong
it.
enough.
When something gets nerfed and it's because of her, she's just like, yeah. Like, that is a point of pride of, like, I'm so good that I was able to do this. I was able to push the meta in this way.
And then you go like, all right, Dan, I'm still going to win.
I'll find a new one.
You took away my funny hitbox. I'll find a different funny hitbox that you didn't even know you put in.
Ooh. And despite everything we just said, Veka takes game 1.
He's very talented.
She's been so good for so long at this point.
Yeah.
You and I remember when Veka was like a new face in PM.
Yeah. 1,000 years ago.
Yep.
This is the Uncast right now.
Oh, it is. It for sure is. I beat Veka at several tournaments, and then she went on to become the best Roy in the world and top 15 PM, and I went on to place exactly the same as I had been.
It's disheartening and inspiring at the same time when someone joins the scene after you, and then they start just mogging you with results, like getting completely blown out of the water.
I'm okay if it like takes a bit.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'm like, you started this year. Like, what happened? I do love the, I mean, I wouldn't be that good, but I'd definitely be better than I am now if I spent more of my time playing and practicing instead of making videos or doing whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, but I know that there's the part of me that's like, man, I wish I could play
Yeah.
that well.
That's tough.
It is.
Who usually wins between these two? Does it go pretty back and forth, or?
Pretty back and forth. My gut is saying that Veka has the lead, but I've seen it go both ways.
Yeah. My bias is that I am expecting Veka to outperform here just because I've been killed by her in PM more than I've been killed by Landon. So it's like...
Usually it's that Veka will just play more consistent the whole time, and
Yeah.
Landon will try some wild flashy thing, and when it works, it's amazing, and when it doesn't, Veka's like, well, all right,
I guess I'll take
I got
it.
you now.
Yeah. I mean, did you see any of... who's playing Galvin all day earlier? Is that Hunter?
Hunter.
Hunter versus Landon earlier. There were so many times Landon could have easily just like secured the kill. Purple flashes even that would have ended the set, and instead decided to continue extending off stage for no reason, like throwing matches and just having a great time.
Landon has a great time with
Yeah.
rivals.
We should all aspire to have that level of whimsy in our tournament life, you know?
It's like very deadly whimsy though.
I know.
Like most people when they play that way, controller
More
problem again?
controller issues.
Oh, I can
I
even
hear,
hear
yeah,
it.
the Windows USB sound going off. The pains of a PC only local.
Well, the pains of a PC-only game.
Yeah. Hey, when this game comes out on consoles, don't worry. We'll have to worry about the PlayStation's overheating instead of the controllers not functioning.
I'll take that.
That one is at least you can predict. You point a fan at the console, you know. There's some
my
countermeasures.
hope is that this game comes out in. So this is what I want. I want this game to come out on PS5. And I'm not saying this because I don't have a PS5.
Right.
I want this game to come out on PS5. They've said that they will do crossplay when they that is part of like why they are waiting on stuff. But I have heard from so many fighting game TOs, like literally like Rick, the head of Evo and Combo Breaker.
Yeah.
Pete, who owns this venue, like a bunch that are like, oh yeah, as soon as this game is on the console that we already run all of our other stuff on, we'll immediately start putting rivals into our
It just
lineups.
makes it so much easier to run the local when
Yeah.
you don't have to get a bunch of unique pieces of hardware that like
Most controllers-
Windows is gonna
yeah.
maybe not play nice. Like
As long as everyone's controllers work is the question.
yeah.
There are like Brooks adapters that will work for like Xbox to PlayStation.
Also, I will certainly have to get either one of
Yeah.
those or a new controller because mine is
Yeah.
only like it's a PC only controller.
I
That's
would,
why
I
it's
would,
so cheap.
yeah. But I mean, the Brooks adapter also works for PC to
Yeah.
PS5. But then the other thing is, I need someone to invent. Like, we need someone to make a GameCube adapter that works for GameCube to PS5. Because I cannot imagine how many people are going to be like, every other aspect of running this on PlayStation is better.
That's gonna be the one.
But
thing,
we have to have GameCube controllers.
Which is like it's literally it would be a piece of hardware for one game.
Yep.
Which is maybe gonna be rough for someone to.
I wonder,
understand.
but a lot of them, like, a lot of the PC ones are, like, USB. I wonder if there's, like, an adapter that someone could, like...
Yeah. Never, I'll say this. I've learned to never doubt, like, the willpower and ingenuity of people who like to use GameCube controllers. Like, someone's going to figure something out.
Not just, like, controller nerds in general,
Yeah.
but very specifically
Yeah.
GameCube controllers.
Could be any Smash game. Anyone who likes to use a GameCube controller, like, if you like it enough, you might start developing some tools. Like, it's happened many times.
Across many games and eras. Veka's up 2-0. I wonder how much of this is controller issues or
Yeah,
not. 'cause
it's rough to have it happen like twice in one set or even more than twice. It kind of throws it makes the result a little questionable. But
Yep.
it is the bracket. You got to take it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's in winners, so that softens the a little bit. Veka did finish the last, like the online, not rankings, but like the leaderboard for ranked mode.
Yeah.
Finished in the top 10 when that closed up.
Oh, nice.
Because there was a lot of people that were like, "Who is BB Blast?" I was like, "I know who that is."
They don't know.
No, well, it was a bunch of names that were either like top players or, I mean, they're all top players,
Yeah,
but
or like their alt accounts of top players and stuff
or
like that.
or it's like, oh, that person like doesn't travel, but we know that they've been
Yeah.
really good because the major that was in their backyard they did really well at.
Mm-hmm.
Veka hasn't been able to go to any of those, and up until like I think it's just been Combo Breaker and now Hitfall, Landon hasn't really gone to any either. So we've had invaders come here and then lose, but we haven't sent our folks out to do the invasion.
We're getting
yet.
really strong first, and then
Yes.
we will go win.
I forget. We've had several tournaments where it's like Juno and Sego and a few people, like, because they live in Wisconsin and Illinois, showed up, and we're like, yeah, we all got 5th. Like, these are people who both were top 10 in the world in Rivals 1, and we're like...
We have an unfarmable local, that's for sure.
Yeah, no one that's not Minnesota has ever won our local, and that is not a... Like, people have tried.
Dude, the ledge game there was so clean.
Yeah.
And then immediately run through forward smash.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you just don't got to overcomplicate it.
Yeah, I was looking at a Wisconsin tournament that happened like 2 weeks ago, and you would never know that from looking at the standings in the bracket.
Yeah.
Because we sent like 10 Minnesotans there, and I think 5 of them got top 8. And it was like top 3 was all Minnesota.
I love that.
It was only the only person who made like top 4 that wasn't us was oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? Kendrick. The PM, Rob and Ivy and whatever character at the time.
That is, if you play those characters in PM, there is definitely somebody for you in this game.
There
Those
is.
are some rivals.
It turns out the character for Kendrick in this game is Rano, who is the least like any of those, but all right.
You know?
Just fundamentals.
Yeah. Sheik will always be pretty good.
The ninja archetype. They both love that nerf and ledge.
Yeah. I mean, it does so much work in this matchup specifically. In the mirror.
Against fast followers?
Yeah, and against Clairen, who like wants to hug the wall on the recovery and tech.
It pops them up, and if they're holding out, they can sometimes just die. If they're holding in, it's like, well, here's down air again.
Yeah, and if it's just the weak hits, they can't wall tech it.
Yep.
And then you get to put on some damage, expend, you know, some of their resources.
This is so dumb. They taught each other this. All right. Veka cleans it up with the 3